The path of a disciplined man does not begin when the alarm sounds. It begins the night before, in the silent agreements he makes with himself, and in the character he builds through his private decisions. A man's destiny does not explode into existence. It unfolds quietly, one thought at a time. Thought becomes emotion, emotion becomes action, action becomes habit, habit becomes character, character becomes fate. Yet most men never intervene at the source. They try to change their lives by changing circumstances, by rearranging externals, while remaining oblivious to the internal empire collapsing inside them. The Stoics knew the truth modern men try desperately to avoid. The quality of your inner world determines the quality of your outer world. And the training ground for your inner world is not the arena, not the workplace, not even adversity, but the morning. Because the morning is unclaimed territory, pure, untouched. The mind has not yet been infiltrated by noise, comparison, distraction. In that sacred interval between sleep and alertness, you hold the most power you will possess all day. If you squander the opening move, you spend the remainder of the day reacting. If you seize that first quiet moment, you direct the day intentionally. This script is about that opening moment, but also the moments that follow when adversity arrives unexpectedly and tests the discipline you cultivated in the quiet hours. Because discipline without resilience collapses under pressure. Resilience without purpose becomes empty endurance. Purpose without discipline becomes fantasy. The Stoics understood this trinity. And today, you will learn how morning discipline, Stoic resilience, and a life anchored in purpose form an unbreakable foundation for a man navigating a chaotic world. Morning discipline as self-sovereignty. The first challenge of the day is not the inbox. It is not responsibility. It is not external demand. It is the negotiation between impulse and intention. When the alarm rings, the primitive brain demands comfort. The reasoning mind remembers commitment. And in that single moment, a battle rages. 5 seconds, 5 thoughts, 5 justifications to return to sleep. No one will know. You deserve rest. You earned comfort. You'll start tomorrow. Comfort sounds compassionate only because it whispers with familiarity. But comfort, unchecked, mutates into captivity. A man who surrenders to impulse in the first moment of consciousness trains his subconscious to lead him rather than obey him. He spends the remainder of the day negotiating with himself. Should I? Can I skip this? Does this matter? When discipline falters in the morning, indecision infects the entire day. The man who rises despite resistance proves to himself, I command my actions. I control my time. I honor my commitments. This unseen victory shapes identity, and identity drives behavior far more powerfully than motivation ever will. Motivation evaporates under discomfort. Identity endures. This is why the first victory matters. It's not about productivity. It's about self-sovereignty. When a man masters his mornings, he is rehearsing command over his impulses. He is training himself not to negotiate with the lesser voice inside him. The Stoics called this discipline of assent, the ability to evaluate which thoughts deserve obedience and which must be dismissed as emotional noise. Morning discipline is not a routine. It is a declaration. Today, I will not be ruled by reaction. Today, I choose intention. Today, the world will not dictate my mind, because I claim the first move. Evening preparation is the beginning of morning discipline. Men assume discipline begins when the alarm rings. Wrong. Discipline begins the night before. Your evening is the strongest predictor of your morning. A scattered mind at night produces a chaotic morning consciousness. Overstimulation blinds awareness. Dopamine overload destroys discipline. When you scroll late into the night, your mind is hijacked by novelty. Your nervous system enters restlessness. Your sleep becomes shallow. Your thoughts become disordered. Then morning arrives, and you blame yourself instead of the system working perfectly to weaken you. The Stoics wrote about anticipation, the art of preparing for the next moment consciously rather than stumbling blindly into struggle. Preparation is not control. Preparation is humility. The acknowledgement that adversity and resistance will arrive and that a wise man meets them equipped. Before bed, reflect on intention. Clarify the next morning's first action. Limit stimulation. Write down what matters tomorrow. This small discipline unloads mental burden. It gives the subconscious order instead of chaos. It pre-creates calm. The warrior does not sharpen the blade mid-battle. He sharpens it in silence the night before. Likewise, the disciplined man arranges his environment so that the morning supports commitment instead of sabotaging it. Lay out clothes, set the space, put the phone across the room, remove friction from first action. These rituals do not guarantee an easy morning. They guarantee an intentional morning. An intention is the precursor to sovereignty. A man who prepares creates momentum before taking action. A man who reacts is forever catching up. Stoicism teaches the stability of preparation. Modern men chase last-minute recovery. One builds resilience, the other builds anxiety. Resilience and adversity. No morning routine, no matter how perfect, will protect you from adversity. Resilience is what carries discipline into difficulty. Without resilience, routine collapses the moment life interrupts. Stoicism reframed adversity not as interruption, but as initiation. Life is not happening against you. It is happening for your refinement. The Stoics prepared psychologically for loss, challenge, rejection, and discomfort because they understood that suffering without preparation produces panic and fragility. Negative visualization is not pessimism. It is rehearsal. Imagine the meeting does not go your way. A client withdraws. A relationship shifts. The day becomes chaotic. Fatigue threatens discipline. Unexpected problems emerge. Then rehearse response, calm and deliberate. When adversity comes, you will not be paralyzed because your mind has already walked this moment and rehearsed resilience. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, foreseeing difficulty so that you may face it deliberately rather than impulsively. And when hardship arrives, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "How is this shaping the man I am becoming?" The disciplined man holds himself to a standard even when circumstances fluctuate. This is resilience, not rigid resistance, but conscious adaptation. Resilience is flexibility anchored in values. A man without resilience is blown around by circumstance. A man with resilience holds his course regardless of external conditions. When fatigue arrives, the question is not, "Can I keep going?" but how will I proceed given the reality before me? Resilience is not the absence of difficulty. It is the presence of intention within difficulty. Adversity exposes your inner infrastructure. It reveals whether discipline was convenience or conviction. Morning ritual builds discipline, evening clarity builds preparation, adversity builds resilience. Together, they forge character. Purpose, the root of disciplined living. Discipline alone is not enough. A man can wake early, keep routines, execute tasks, and yet drift spiritually empty, because discipline without purpose becomes self-imposed punishment, routine becomes drudgery, action becomes mechanical repetition. To sustain discipline through adversity, a man must anchor his life to meaning, to purpose. Purpose is not passion. Passion is emotion. Purpose is responsibility voluntarily assumed. Purpose is the thread that ties discipline, resilience, and adversity into meaning. Without purpose, comfort becomes irresistible. Without purpose, standards collapse under fatigue. Purpose transforms discipline from obligation into devotion. Ask a disciplined man why he rises early, and he will answer with clarity. Ask an undisciplined man why he cannot, and he will answer with excuses. He lacks a compelling reason to face discomfort willingly. Purpose is that reason. Purpose gives discipline direction. It gives adversity meaning. Purpose moves a man beyond immediate gratification into long-term identity. Purpose grows slowly, through reflection, through struggle, through honest examination of values and contribution. Purpose matures when a man asks, "What am I building beyond myself? Who do I become through disciplined living? Where will my resilience lead others?" Purpose is bigger than personal achievement. It is about becoming someone capable of carrying weight for himself and others. A purposeful man wakes not because it feels good, but because it is required of him. Purpose is the compass that orients morning discipline. Without it, direction vanishes, motivation collapses, standards erode. You cannot rise consistently without a reason to face discomfort willingly. Purpose turns discipline into identity. It roots resilience into meaning. Integration, the Stoic Trinity. These forces are not separate. Morning discipline, resilience in adversity, purpose in action. They are threads woven into a single cord. If morning discipline trains command over impulse, if evening preparation anticipates resistance, if resilience equips you for adversity, if purpose anchors conviction, then your internal world becomes unbreakable. A man whose mind remains unbroken cannot be conquered by circumstance. Your greatest work is invisible. It happens before the world sees you, in silent negotiations, in disciplined mornings, in purposeful thought, in resilient responses. No one will applaud these acts. No one will validate this discipline. But the reward is not recognition. The reward is sovereignty over self. There will be days when you fail. Rise again. Failure is data, not identity. There will be mornings when comfort wins. Adjust, recommit, return stronger. There will be adversities that shake you. Respond deliberately, not emotionally. Purpose does not exempt you from difficulty. Purpose empowers you through it. If you hear truth in these words, do not wait for motivation. Motivation is a spark. Purpose and discipline are flame. Begin tomorrow morning before the world demands your attention. Claim the first move. Guard your thoughts. Embrace adversity as training. Anchor yourself in purpose. A disciplined morning is the foundation of a resilient spirit. A resilient spirit is the foundation of a purposeful life. This is the path of the awakened man, the man who commands his destiny because he first commanded himself. Walk it deliberately, with presence, with conviction, with clarity. Your life will not change suddenly. It will change gradually, one morning at a time, one decision at a time, one act of self-command at a time. This is how men are forged,